What's going on, Saints fans? Welcome into another off-season live edition of Saints Now by Chat Sports. It's your boy, Trizzy Trace, and we're going to be talking about nothing but the New Orleans Saints here for about next hour and a half, give or take. And guys, it's all presented by and it's brought to you by Prize Picks. Prize Picks is my favorite daily fantasy sports app, and actually one of my favorite apps just on my phone in general. Have y'all ever had a situation where it was so easy as clicking a few buttons and you can win a lot of money? Well, if you haven't, I suggest you go to prizepicks.com/CLNS. Plug in promo code CLNS. You'll get a first deposit match up to $100. So how Prize Picks works. It's daily fantasy sports made easy. You pick two or more players. You choose more or less based on their projected stats. You saw the picture that was flashed on screen for you briefly. If you guys want to fade those picks, if you want to follow those picks, I encourage you just to do it with Prize Picks. So go to prizepicks.com/CLNS, plug in promo code CLNS, and take Patrick Mahomes for more than half a passing yard. Yeah. That's a real deal on Prize Picks. You have to go and do that. Isaiah Pacheco, he's going to find the end zone at least once. And Brock Purdy, I think he's going to be slinging the rock, so I'm taking him to go for more than 248.5 passing yards. Go to prizepicks.com, CLNS, plug in promo code CLNS, and we will hook you guys up. The Who Dat Nation gets a $100 deposit match. All that information in the live chat, comment section, and description of this video. So guys, let the good times roll. So our audience build-up portion of the show, we want to get the comment section popping. We want to let more Saints fans pile in and get into the show. And if you haven't already, we have about 40 people hanging out with us. Like the video for me too. But give me a me if you're excited for Mardi Gras. I see Queen Courtney. I see Jerry G, Ty Man the Buckeye. I got producer Seeps with me, right? Riding shotgun, Ty Man. So we just kind of did a little flip-flop action right there.
Oh, yeah.
Andrew says, what's up, Trace? Good news is I get to be here for the live show. Bad news is because I got COVID. Andrew, I hope that you heal soon. I hope that you get better. Definitely don't recommend anybody getting sick. That always is a bummer. Adrian's hanging out with us. Laura's is hanging out with us. He's a Niners fan, so appreciate you for supporting us here, Laura, as well at Saints Now by Chat Sports. Jerry G's excited. Ty Man's excited. Andrew says thank you, of course. Ty Man's watching Saints and Giants at the same time. That's pretty crazy. What up, Maisha? How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you for joining the live show. Adrian says, bless Andrew. Maddie, what up, girl? Hope work is going well for you because you're not an intern anymore. You are a full-time employee. Shout out to my girlfriend. Had her first day of her new job yesterday, and it's going really, really well. She's pretty cool. She does all my edits on that I post on Twitter and sometimes on the show. If you guys haven't seen those jersey swaps,
Someone say she carries your Twitter.
Some do say that. Some do say that, producer Seaman. Some do say that. But we do want to give you guys some commenters shout-outs. The other day on one of our videos, I teased that if you typed that you were me for saying that you were excited for Mardi Gras, I would give you a very special shout-out with your name and your profile picture on screen. So I picked 8 people, and here are those 8 loyal, real one Saints fans: RWP, King Ranch Dan, Jeffrey, JD, Lou, Football Kel, Andrew, Gary V, who's in every single comment section, as well as Jim Hanlon. I appreciate you 8 people, as well as the other plenty of hundreds of people we had comment on that video as well, and the people in the live chat. But who dat, Saints fans? I need you to get a rapid fire S in the chat. Queen Courtney is hanging out with us. Send in a $10 super chat. We'll get to that here in a second. But rapid fire type S. Whoever types it the most is going to be the comment section MVP of the day. Right now it's Ty Man. Ty Man is carrying the live chat. So Saints fans, get loud and beat Ty Man, who's repping from Ohio. Get the S's in the chat. Adrian Wolf, Exodia, Jerry G, Ty Man, Adrian, Mikey Taylor. What's up, bro? I'm glad you got your garden gnome from, what was that, like week 17, I think? Ty Man, Jason, Queen Courtney, Mikey, Mr. Filmer, Daniel, Mikey, Jerry G, Mikey. Love to see it. I absolutely love to see it. Queen Courtney, y'all know what to do. Get the queen emojis in the chat. Get the crown emojis in the chat because the queen is here with the brand new profile picture as well. Who dat will you be on the Niners live stream on Super Bowl Sunday? Quinn Courtney, yes. So if you guys didn't know, I am the lead producer here for our 49ers Report, hosted by my pal and one of my best friends, Chase Sr. He is an absolute grinder. He makes me a lot better at my job as well. And I'm not going to lie, I use a lot of the critiques, and he coaches me up all the time. He's one of my boys. He and I have grinded to earn that channel over 110,000 subscribers, so that's pretty cool. Got to humbly brag about that, but shout out to my guy, Chase Sr. He is an absolute dog, an absolute real one, and Chat Sports wouldn't be the same without him. But yes, I will be live on Super Bowl Sunday with the 49ers Report. It'll be me as the head producer. Jake Chipper, producer Chip, who's been on the live stream a handful of times with us as well. He'll be executive producing with me, and we're talking about a 3-hour pregame show, which would be unbelievable. 3-hour pregame show. Who does better than us? Absolutely no one. But guys, I do want Queen Courtney, thank you for subscribing over there as well. I appreciate you for supporting me and the efforts here at Chat Sports. But we do have a mailbag at the very end of today's video. Here in about 30, 40 minutes, we're going to be taking your questions and getting to your hot takes. So use hashtag Saints, or better yet, Super Chat to skip the line. It's like the Fast Pass at Disney World or at Six Flags or whatever amusement park you like to go to. You pay a little bit of money. You pay $2 or more. You get to add a message, and we'll talk about your question or your hot take a little bit more, show you a little extra love. And if you guys do send in a Super Chat, we have an awesome menu for you this beautiful Wednesday. It's a beautiful day outside. I don't know about the weather where you guys are hanging out, but the weather here in Dallas is stellar. So any Super Chat, you get a shout out. $5, we're going to go marching. $10, going to put on some Mardi Gras beats. $20, every live show, I want to have this thing. I want to have a $20 for Trizzy. So 20 for Trizzy. And every day, every week, it's going to be a different item. So for today, every $20, I'm going to pop down, do 20 push-ups. I'm trying to get swole. Maddie, I know you're watching. I'm trying to get yoked for you, girl. I'm trying to be looking nice for you at the pool when we're hanging out this summer. So $50, we're also going to have an MVP race. So whoever sends in the most $50 Super Chats, we're going to send you a very, very special football that has a Saints Now logo. I'm going to autograph it. We're going to put names of a lot of the real ones, as well as you get to join the Golden Gang, which is our Hall of Fame board. I add names to it every single time somebody sends in a $50 Super Chat. We're doing it throughout the whole season. We're almost filled up, so we're about to be able to give it away, which will be pretty cool. I'm excited to do that. So here's our Super Chat menu. If you want to go above and beyond in supporting the show, this is an easy way to do that. Of course, no donations are required, but if you guys want to donate, we do have some fun things for you. But it is showtime. So if you guys are ready to get the show started, just give me a hoot at in the comment section and hit that thumbs up icon and like today's video. Jahari is typing, or Jare. I'm really bad with names. Full transparency, I went to the University of Arkansas. If you have more teeth than your IQ score, you get in. Just going to put that in there. Just going to put that out there. So I'm not good with names. I'm not good with the whole rating thing. That's why I talk about stuff on YouTube. Trust me, you don't want me to do in your taxes. We got Mr. Filmer, Daniel, Wesley, Time Man, Mikey, Queen Courtney, Bo Stevens. Love to see it. Love to see it. We are also at 27 likes with 60 people watching. Can we get 3 more likes? I just want 3 more. I want a nice, pretty 30 likes. That's a nice, solid number, and that way the bosses can also know that we're doing the right thing here. And you guys are participating as well, because this show's not about me. It's all about you at home. John Borelli, what is going on, man? We do have a beer boot for you, John. We're going to have Mitchell Renz do that here whenever he can. He's kind of busy right now doing some other stuff and meeting with a lot of the guys here today. So I'm going to get Mitch in here at some point during the live show, Borelli, so don't you go anywhere. We did not forget about your boot. We did not forget about it. I promise you. He will be coming in here at some point for the live show. So as for what we're getting into, we got 32 likes. We got an OC update, and I'm going to give you guys the updated tracker for the offensive coordinator candidates. We're also going to dive into a CBS mock draft, and I'm going to give my reaction on the player that they had the Saints selecting at number 14 overall. Then you see right here, we got some cut candidates. Saints have a lot of money that they got to clear up, about $83 million in cap space. So got to get to work there. We might have to cut some people. And here's the other thing. I see a lot of Saints fans saying, just blow it up, tank. Just reset, blow it up, rebuild it. Well, this is part of rebuilding. It's cutting assets and trading away players that you don't want to necessarily lose. So we're going to have a tough conversation. And like we said earlier, use hashtag Saints or Super Chat to get in on our mailbag. And Seeps, we ready to roll? Are you guys ready to roll? Jason is watching from Alaska. Dude, that's sick. That is so cool, Jason. I really want to go to Alaska. I had a friend who did an Alaskan ice climbing trip in college, and he said it was awesome.
It looks beautiful.
Dude, it's on my bucket list. Like, an Alaskan cruise would be sick. I want to see the Northern Lights before I die. Before I die, I want to see the Northern Lights.
You would like this? You know what my number one bucket list thing is right now? Going to Mardi Gras.
In New Orleans?
Yeah, I think that's got to be up there for me.
Dude,
for a bucket list thing.
It's so high up there for me right now. But like, here's the thing: I'm not gonna waste my time and be an idiot about it. Like, I'm gonna wait until I have enough money saved up so where I can splurge and I can go hard. Yeah, because it's expensive to be out there. It's expensive, but it's also like I don't want to go and like not have the full experience. I don't want to half-ass my Mardi Gras.
You don't want to be counting your bills.
I don't want to half-ass Mardi Gras. I want a full-ass Mardi Gras. Yeah, I like it. You don't get beads for doing lifting half your shirt. You have to lift the whole shirt to get the beads. The whole one. Anyway, we like to have some fun. Mikey Taylor, great question. How cold is it in Alaska? Jason, let us know. And while you let us know, we're going to go ahead and get this show started because we've been chopping it up and just beat-bopping around and acting like fools for a little bit. This is just guys being dudes talking ball. Seeps, I don't want to keep wasting your time. Let's get after it. We're going to start off today's show talking about the offensive coordinator tracker and updates around that search. So without further ado, Seeps, whenever you're ready, let's break this thing down. With the Super Bowl finally set, there are some Pro Bowl spots that have opened up for the 2024 roster, and 2 New Orleans Saints players have been added. Center Erik McCoy, who's one of the most underrated players on the Saints roster in general, especially at the offensive line position. He is great, very much so deserving of this recognition. And Demario Davis, he was added as well this morning. So help me in congratulating these guys. Rashid Shaheed as a punt returner, Demario Davis and Erik McCoy. Type pro in the comment section because they are all Pro Bowlers. Gotta love it. Gotta love that these guys are getting the recognition. Get loud in the comment section. And while you're down there, search for this link. I have it posted in the comment section and description of this video because I love you guys and you're my best friends. It's Prize Picks. Prize Picks is daily fantasy sports made easy. You just go to prizepicks.com/CLNS. You plug in promo code CLNS and we give you an $100 deposit match. Guys, it's a great, great deal. And here's the thing. For the Super Bowl, look at this. Patrick Mahomes, half a passing yard. Even if he pulls an Aaron Rodgers type move and only plays like 2 plays, Aaron Rodgers still had 4 yards. That would have hit on Prize Picks. For the record, Isaiah Pacheco, I think he's going to find the end zone without a doubt. And Brock Purdy, I love what that 49ers offense can do. They're healthy. He is slinging the rock. And I actually do believe that Brock Purdy's a good quarterback. So I'm taking him more than 248.5 passing yards. If you like these picks, I encourage you to ride with them. If you hate them, fade me. But do it on Prize Picks. Go to prizepicks.com/CLNS. Plug in that promo code CLNS for a first deposit match up to $100. Shout out to Prize Picks. It's daily fantasy sports made easy. All right, let's dive into today's news and the offensive coordinator updates. Albert Breer tweeting this out last night, yesterday afternoon, saying that Bobby Slowick has agreed to a new deal in Houston within the past few days, one that includes a significant raise per sources. So he's sticking around in Houston, and he's going to be a hot name in 2025. And a lot of us on Twitter and really quickly reacted, and kind of my whole thought process was if Bobby Slowick leaves, Jerrod Johnson, or if Bobby Slowick stays, Jerrod Johnson's free game. And if he doesn't stay, then Jerrod Johnson would be the OC there. But Ian Rappaport broke some of our hearts, so Jerrod Johnson, unfortunately, will not be the New Orleans Saints offensive coordinator. He is sticking around, in Houston with C.J. Stroud, DeMeco Ryans, and Bobby Slowick to continue the development of Stroud and that Texans offense, which has been very impressive. I was a really high, or Jerrod Johnson, was a very high candidate for me, and I really liked him. I wish the Saints could have got him, but Nick Underhill did report that the Saints actually didn't make him an offer. So it's not like he just declined the Saints. The Saints didn't make an offer. The Texans had the job for Johnson, and clearly he wanted to stick with that route. So it's unfortunate, but best of luck to Johnson and the Houston Texans, considering they're the AFC. You don't really have to worry about them. So good luck to you guys out there. But there is a new guy in the mix. When one leaves, one door closes, another one opens, as my mom used to say. So Luke Getsy, according to Mike Triplett and according to a lot of other sources out there, is interviewing with the Saints today. He was fired by the Bears after 2 years as an offensive coordinator, despite the late season improvements by the offense and Justin Fields. And before that, he was the quarterback's coach and passing game coordinator in Green Bay when Aaron Rodgers won back-to-back MVPs. So I don't necessarily love the idea of Getsy. I also don't. It's like one of those double-edged swords. I don't love it, but I don't hate it because, A, you could either bring him in and it's a dumpster fire and you get to fire Dennis Allen and Getsy all together next year. Like, whatever. Or B, I don't think he was a great fit with Justin Fields and his skill set. I think that Getsy could be a better fit for Carr. That doesn't mean I think he's a great fit. That doesn't mean I want him to be the coordinator. But there is that to consider. So he did do some good things with Aaron Rodgers. You can't deny that. But here's the updated offensive coordinator tracker. My two top guys, or top three, I would say right now, are Klint Kubiak, Brian Griese, and Ronald Curry, as well as Greg Lewis. I really like that option, honestly. And the more I've thought about it and the more I've slept on it and kind of just dived into the possibility of Lewis being an offensive coordinator, I really, really like the move, and I really like that idea. We broke down his resume and whether or not he would fit with the Saints in yesterday's video, so go check that out. It's the video's in the comment section. So just scroll on down to find it. Mike Sullivan, absolutely not. I'll pass. Luke Getsy, we talked about him already. Brian Johnson, he's another name that's in the mix. Jalen Hurts wasn't that, it's not that he was bad, but the Eagles offense was not good at all this year. Like, they were not good. John Gruden, he hasn't actually interviewed with the Saints, but he is a name that has been tied to the organization. And just here's my take on the offensive coordinator search. For the love of God, please don't hire Getsy. Please don't hire Gruden. Just go get a young guy. Go get somebody that can make a difference. There are much better options. Ronald Curry is an internal option. I think that he would be a fine person to take over the offense. He did call the plays in the preseason, so maybe that. And the credit where it's due, the Saints offense looked pretty good in the preseason this past year. So go back and watch that tape. Wasn't all that bad. I actually liked what I saw. And I do think that, like I said, Greg Lewis could be an option. Klint Kubiak, Brian Griese. Shanahan tree is good. I know that Kubiak didn't have the best tenure in his previous jobs, but maybe he can get another chance and be in a better role, or he can do better in a different team in the same role. But I want you to be the GM for me. Who do you want to be the next offensive coordinator? If you know ball, prove it in the comment section down below. And while you're down there, I know I keep telling you guys to do stuff, but hit that big red sub button. Look at this. This January sub battle is disgraceful. I actually almost had to fluff these numbers to make it look a little better, but I was like, you know what? Saints fans deserve the honest truth, and this is the honest truth. The Falcons Today channel kicked our ass in subs last month. So today, I'm filming this on Wednesday, January 31st. Today, we start the February sub battle. So let's take him down. Let's beat the Falcons in the walls here at Chat Sports on the field like we do every single year, because we own that poverty franchise, and I need your help because we own that channel too. So let's talk about the Saints drafting a wide receiver, because CBS Sports put out a mock draft, and it's a guy that has actually been tied to the Saints before. So here is my reaction to the Saints possibly drafting Rome Odunze. But before my reaction comes, CBS Sports did say that beyond Chris Olave, New Orleans has a little more to build around in the pass game. Rome Odunze is a bigger target with surprising versatility. It is likely we'll be discussing the quarterback position as it relates to the Saints again next season. But for now, the focus is on adding another pass catcher for Derek Carr. Well, here's what that pass catcher is capable of. The past 2 years with the Huskies, 75 receptions, 92 receptions. Over 1,100 yards, over 1,600 yards. 7 touchdowns, 13 touchdowns. Over 15 yards per catch, over 18 yards per catch, and he had a long of 61 and 50. This guy is explosive. This guy is versatile, and he is insane. But here's the thing. Listen, could you imagine Chris Olave, Rashid Shaheed, A.T. Perry, and Rome Odunze? Oh, my God. That would be just incredible. It would be absolute fire. Wrong side, Trace. Fire. It would be so cool. It would be fire to see those guys play together. And the only problem I have, though, is that Saints need help in the trenches. So if you address the trenches in the draft, I think you got to do that first round. But if you go do this in the route where you go and address it in free agency so you can draft some skill position players, I'm okay with that route too. But I think that you have to draft somebody in the offensive line position. Here's Mel Kiper's big board, for his offensive lineman this season. Joe Alt is the number 1 guy out of Notre Dame. I really am impressed with him, as well as Olu Fashanu. He's number 2. Talise Fuaga. He's a monster of a man. J.C. Latham. I know a lot of people compare him to Alex Leatherwood, but I think he has a much higher upside than Leatherwood did coming out of college. Amarius Mims, Tyler Guyton, Jordan Morgan, Kingsley Suamatia, Patrick Paul, and Blake Fisher are also options. And those are the top 10 players according to Mel Kiper at the offensive line position. So here is the thing. The Saints are all in this season. They are all in on, and I'm not saying they're all in like they're making a massive Super Bowl push, but they are all in on Derek Carr, on Dennis Allen, and whoever is going to take over as the offensive coordinator. Because here's the thing. If it doesn't go well, the Saints could blow it up next offseason. In a year from now, we could talk about the Saints firing everybody, cleaning house, and just hitting the reset button. But if you do go in the route of drafting Rome Odunze, this gives you no excuses. This gives you no reason to fail. You have 4 young, talented, 2 really big-bodied, a lot of speed, a lot of ball tracking ability as wide receivers and as pass catchers. You have no reason to fail with that offense. Derek Carr has plenty of targets and plenty of options, not to mention the tight end position, not to mention the running back position. So if you do draft Odunze, I don't hate the pick, but that would be an all-in move saying, this is it. Everything we're doing right now is building for, or is on this season. If it fails, I think it's time to blow it up. So I don't necessarily know if they'll go that route because I think the trenches are a much bigger need, but Odunze, I think, would be a good pick. So who would you draft at number 14 overall? Let me know what you think in the comment section. I can't wait to see what you guys have to say, and I'm going to be interacting with y'all in the comment section as well. And as always, Saints fans, thank you guys for tuning in no matter where you are or how you're watching. Y'all stay golden. We'll see you next time. All right, let me know who you guys want to draft at 14 overall.
Dude, that wide receiver room would be
Would it not be insane?
Also, Rome, if he fell to 14.
Because here's the thing. You have all of these guys for the next 4 years on top of that.
All young, and they all...
You won't have to invest in skill position players for, years because you have Kendre Miller as well as a running back.
Yep.
You would really only have to build up clear a lot of cap space with some of that money. We're talking about cap space here in a second, but... Yeah. You clear some of that cap space, and then you can just make some splash signings on some big-time offensive linemen.
Yep. And plus, Olave and Rome are the all-around receivers.
Bro,
A.T. Perry, big body.
Bro, you could put.
Deep threat.
Hear me. Hear this. Tell me if this sounds familiar. Big-bodied wide receiver that is dominant at the point of catch, that will go and get any contested catch at the slot position. Does that not sound like what they did with Michael Thomas?
Yeah, true.
That seemed to work pretty well. That seemed to work really well in 2019. Just saying. Of course, you need a quarterback too, but
if the top 2 tackles are off the board here,
yeah.
we'll show the people.
Let's see it, yeah.
I feel would you rather go the Oregon State guy or Rome? That's the question.
See, that's kind of the thing. It's if I would have to know the cap situation to know, my honest gut reaction, so it's not that I dislike Talise Fuaga, but between him and Rome Odunze, I would rather have Rome. Yeah. If you're talking about a Joe Alt or Rome Odunze, give me Joe Alt. Give me Joe Alt.
Yeah,
don't
Joe
even
Alt's
talk about
it.
If J.C. Latham, I actually am kind of high on him. I don't hate the prospect. I don't hate the player. That's another guy that I'm between him and Rome could flip a coin for me. Like, he really could flip a coin for me. But let's see what you guys are saying.
Saints.
Duff Nation wants Jaden Daniels. That's just not happening. He's going to go number 2 or 3 overall. He's a Commander. I don't think he's not going to slide to the Falcons. I can tell you that. I don't think he's going to slide to the Falcons, which I was very worried that was going to happen. I was horrified that was going to happen. I see a lot of Jerrod verse. Jerrod verse is dude. Verse, yeah. Because then you could have Carl Granderson, Jerrod verse, Isaiah Foskey as a little rotation on your defensive ends.
Cam Jordan still the mentor.
Cam Jordan, he's still out there. He can help like mentor these guys, and he can just still be a good dude. Let me message Mitch to see if he wants to come do that.
You do have a real one coming in.
Speaking of a real one, Brandon Jasper, an absolute legend here at Chat Sports. What up, Trizzy? Some questions. Is DC the answer? And did the Raiders F up? Also, how long do you see DC being the starter? So Derek Carr will be the starter this year. Depending on how things go, I could see them running it back next year, but also drafting a quarterback.
Yeah.
So that way you can like have a guy that's like he's waiting in the rafters. Like if you mess up, we got your replacement on deck, but it's his job to lose kind of thing. So I think you got at least 2 more years of Derek Carr. I know not a lot of people are going to like that. I'm not advocating for that. I think that's the realistic thing. Is DC the answer? I'm going to say no. It's just like I think the answer at this point for a team that is in the same situation as a rookie quarterback. I think it's drafting a quarterback and getting a long-term guy. Like even if Derek Carr was playing great football, how long would he have left in his career? 5 years at most? 4, 3?
Plus, with a guy like Derek Carr, you gotta get everything else right around.
Yeah, and that in the Saints proving that they can't do that. Raiders effed up. Mitch is gonna come do that boot here in about 5 minutes.
That's right.
He said he'll do it here in about 5 minutes, so we'll just wait to do that. Antonio Pierce, I think, is a great motivator. I just don't know if he's ready to be a head coach. Like, I think he's a great fit for Vegas. But is he ready to be a full-time head coach? Is he ready to bear that responsibility? I know that the team likes him, and Max Crosby said he would rather get traded than play for another guy. But
just a good sign.
It's good signs. I think it's in the right direction. But it's like I honestly, it was such a small sample size and like such a weird situation for the Raiders last year.
Yeah.
Like how are we supposed to how are we supposed to know kind of thing.
Kind of gives me like, if it works out, he gives me like Mike Tomlin.
Yeah.
Like, if it really works out. And
like he could be a long-term, like there for like 10, 20 years.
Because he is a Raider.
Yeah, like he is a Raider. Like let me make that very clear. He is a Raider.
Yeah.
John Brelli's like, dude, he is a dog. He's ready. He's a dog. I think he's a dog as well. I think he's a great motivator. I just think it's too early to say whether or not he's going to be good. Like, I don't know. And I think that's a good thing because you don't know if he's going to be bad because the entire offense, in my opinion, is going to be different with a new quarterback. And then you don't know if he's going to be good because it's going to be a new offense, So we'll see. Duff Nation, do you think the mock drafts are right and we pick Bo Nix? If you pick Bo Nix, I am removing my fandom as a Saints fan. I don't get it with Bo Nix. He sucks, dude. He's so bad. I don't understand it. His nickname is Pick Six Nix for a reason. Daniel Browning with the classic hire Eric Bieniemy. Nah, man. It's nothing against him. It's just he hasn't been able to land a head coaching job for a while. There's your tinfoil hat theories of it, and there's also your look at
there's also been players come out and say he's kind of tough.
Yeah, like there's the tinfoil hat of there's his history, and people are out to get him, and there's agendas being pushed. But then there's also the players don't like him. Like
I'm pretty sure it was LaShawn McCoy who came out and said something about him. Good offensive mind, no doubt about it. Head coach, I don't know.
Yeah. Like
shit, OC though, I'd take Bieniemy.
Yeah, I'd take Bieniemy as an OC. I don't hate it. Again, it's just. There's the locker room is fragile now. Why bring in somebody who notoriously has a bad rep with the team?
What about Drew Brees, offensive coordinator?
Mikey Taylor.
Or I guess he said QB
he
coach.
QB coach. Drew Brees' OC would be here's my thing. Drew Brees wants to coach, yes. Like yes.
I'd give Breeze
maybe
the keys to the organization. You can have it.
Dude, maybe I'm blind as a Saints fan, and maybe I'm just like being an idiot about it, and I'm just like, oh, Drew Brees, like putting on my blinders to like whether or not he can be coached. But like, here's the thing: he's smart, he's a good leader, he's a great motivator. He knows how to communicate with his team. He knows how to adjust things like at the line of scrimmage. He knows the game through and through better than I would say the I say 95% of quarterbacks in the last 30 years.
Yes.
Like,
and plus, it's not like Drew Brees had like unreal like athletic ability.
No.
Like, a lot of it was like between the.
It's between the ears.
Yeah.
I mean, he has a hella wrinkly brain. Quarterbacks coach, absolutely, dude. Absolutely. Go and if he wants to do it, he just doesn't want to.
Imagine having Drew Brees in your ear, walking you through the process.
Talking you through
like,
it. Dude, I mean,
great,
I think even Ian Book would be good with Drew Brees barking in his ear, dude.
Or just even as a play caller, like him in his ear until 15 seconds, be like, all right, you're going to read this, this, and then, all right, you got it.
Go. Yeah, like just figure it out. If you mess it up, it's on you. Yeah, I think Drew Brees would be an awesome coach. He doesn't want to coach, though. I think he wants to stick around and be with his family. And, he's a big family guy, and he does a lot of community work around the city, and he's like very active with things going on. And I know that he values that kind of thing. So I don't think he would ever join the coaching staff, but if he does,
that would be sick.
Bring him in. Bring him in right now.
Imagine that video.
Oh, my God. That video would get 50,000 views in the first 20 minutes. Mikey Taylor, we did get a $5 super chat, so we got to go marching for you. Everyone type march in the comments section. Because when the Saints go marching in, oh, when the Saints go marching in, oh, Lord, I want to be in that number. Oh, when the Saints go marching in. I see Lanky Boy saying Reggie Bush is offensive coordinator. Free Reggie.
Free Reggie, for real.
I'm in my Reggie Bush year. I'm 25 years old. My Instagram post, I like to think was elite. There was a picture of me, and then the second picture was the Reggie Bush hurdling the Dolphins guy.
Yeah.
I thought that was so tough. I was like, I'm in my Reggie Bush era. All right. So we do have a mailbag coming up here. Mitchell Renz is about to come do that. What's it called? Beer boot here in just a minute. We're waiting for him to finish up a few things at his desk. But if you guys want to get on the show, we'll pop you up right here next to me like we did with Mikey Taylor, Queen Courtney, and Brandon Jasper. Ask a question, share a hot take, share a draft guy you want, share a free agent target, somebody you want cut, somebody you want to trade for, somebody you want to trade away, whatever you want. I just want you guys to get on the show with me. Use hashtag Saints. Better yet, super chat, because if you super chat, we'll give you a little extra love. We'll spend a few extra minutes on your question, and, we like to celebrate and have some fun with it. But Ty Man saying when the Saints come marching in, Ken Fox, bring back Jim Mora. No, thank you. No. That would be so funny. Drew is our OC or quarterback coach. We would sell out every seat. Yeah. That's the other thing is if you can have Drew Brees at your stadium on a regular basis, you're selling out the seat.
Or even just him as like a head coach, like hyping the crowd up before a game.
Dude, have him be like the assistant or the head coach or the assistant to the head coaching advisor or something like that. Like give him like the most meaningless, like all it is you get a badge to get on the field on game day kind of thing, and just so he can be there.
Do not need to show up to practice. That could be a family time.
But
Sundays we need you.
Duff Nation, Jameis Winston as OC. That'd be the most fun offense in the world. It would be the most entertaining team in the world.
Ball down the field for sure.
Anywhere Jameis, dude, I hope he goes to the booth. I hope when he retires he goes to the booth.
I feel like
he has to go.
I feel like Jameis might be actually like a podcast guy. Like I think he's gonna.
I think him and Cam would do a podcast. Because Cam Jordan's a podcast guy.
Yeah.
I could see that. Like I could see them do it. It's obviously not the same busting with the boys, but like Taylor Lewan. Yeah, former players having this. I could totally see Jameis doing one, dude.
He's gonna have so many media opportunities.
Did you see Barstool was like, if Jameis wants to work here, he has a contract. No matter, all he has to do is just come. Like he can work here whenever he wants.
He might fucking do it.
Go work with Pard my take, dude. That'd be hilarious.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, guys, keep getting your questions in. I see a lot of moving on from Zach Bond. We need Dennis Allen fired. It looks like we're gonna suck. Like, send those takes in with hashtag Saints, because then we can get you on the show. Otherwise, it's just in the live chat, and the thousands and thousands and thousands of people we reach every day won't get to see your beautiful face and your awesome question. Keep on doing it. And we are at 53 likes. Can we get to 60? Can we get to 60 likes? That'd be pretty cool. Get to 60 likes. Like that dang video. while we're waiting for Mitchell Renz to come in here, we're going to talk about the cut candidates next. So just wanted to give you guys that heads up. Don't go anywhere. We're still going to have some fire content coming your way. Queen Courtney says, Drew be on staff to an extent to where he only has to be there on game days. Gives him more family time. Exactly that. Like, just give him a role where it's like all you have to do is show up on game days. You can bring Balin and all the other kids down and hang out with them. Duff Nations, no. Taysom Hill's a football player. He's not a quarterback. He's a football player. Yeah. No. The thing is, you can't use Taysom Hill as a pass catcher. You can't use him as a runner as often. He's not as effective if he's the quarterback because that's what he's going to do every play. That's like half the beauty is when you put him in, you don't know what it's going to be. So, no. I do not want Taysom Hill starting quarterback. And Kermit, if you're watching, I know you're going to come for my neck on that one. We've talked about this one before, though. Are they waiting to the Super Bowl to offer one of the 49ers coaches the OC job? Bo, I think that's what they are doing. Use hashtag Saints, Bo. Copy that question that you just had, hashtag, and then add hashtag Saints on the back end. What does that even mean, Ken? Would you rather have Mardi Gras beads or Jerry Springer? What does that even mean?
Have Jerry Springer?
Like, you get to hang out with Jerry Springer? You get to go on the show for a day or something? That show was wild. That show was crazy.
That show is so...
Still waiting for Mitch to come in to do his boot. I'm going to message him. Jerry says, Trace, I do like king cakes. Yeah, my mom is sending me a king cake from Kaluta's. I went to strawberries and Bavarian cream. I can't wait. It is going to be delicious. Seatman, I hope that you come to my apartment and join me. I told Maddie, I was like, here's the thing. Last year I brought my king cake in, and it was awesome. It was a huge hit, but I only got like one slice of it, which was, excuse my French, if you're a child or have children watching, it was bullshit. Quite frankly, it was bullshit. Because I just didn't get to eat any of it. It was wild. And it was gone in no time. So what I'm going to do this year is I'm going to say, if you want to come get king cake, you have to come to my apartment. I will gladly give you a slice.
Bring that out there.
What I got? Hi, Mitch. We got Mitch. We have Mitch. John Borelli, here you are. Here you are. Borelli. We got the main man, Mitchell Renz. John Borelli last week paid for a beer boot. I unfortunately do not knock very hard, so sorry, Maddie. But Mitch didn't know that we needed to do a boot last week. That's on me. So he's going to do one today. And John Borelli, here you go, buddy.
Borelli, it's David's on milkshake just for you. You know what that means. Shout out to the Saints fans. Y'all are some real ones. Shout out to the Saints fans. Shout out to Mitchell Renz. He's going to do his boot. What are we thinking time-wise? Over, under. What do you think about like 12 seconds? No chance?
18 and a half.
18 and a half seconds? All right. We're setting it at 18 and a half seconds. Make sure you stretch. Don't pull a hammy or nothing. We don't want that.
Right now.
Over or under. 18 and a half seconds to put down 3 beers. Over or under. John Borelli, if you miss it, I'm sorry. I'm going on you. Got to clear it out. Boom. He's off. He is off, ladies and gentlemen. He's taking that thing down. Alex is a really lucky lady, I'll tell you what. Holy cow.
Kicked it in third
Holy
gear.
cow. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
What was it?
I don't know.
Wow.
Right there, dude. I mean, that line was perfect.
Vegas always
Seeps.
gets the line right.
Seeps knew the line. Seeps knew the line. Thank you, Mitch. I appreciate you doing that, buddy. I appreciate you. Love you, pal. Shout out to Mitch. Everyone show him some love. Mitch thanks helping AP get tired. Yep, Kalen, no doubt. No doubt. Borelli, I hope you didn't miss it. But let's get into these next super chats. if Jake Haener shows up in this preseason, would you give him a shot at QB1? I don't know about QB1, but if he does show out, I could see this playing out where the Saints keep Jameis Winston and Jake Haener preseason at like roster cuts. They move on from Winston and have Haener be the full-time QB2. I don't think that he's ready to be QB1. That being said, I liked what I saw in the preseason. Like, it was good. Hot take, I think he could have got some snaps at week 18 against the Falcons. I think he could have taken some. It would have been no problem. But I think that Jake Haener should at least get a snap. I think he should at least a shot and get some snaps. But I'm looking forward to the preseason with Haener. Let's get to Brandon Jasper. I have a bet for you. Trizzy, better record, Raiders or Niners, Saints this year? Venmo check, Trizzy. Let me see. All right. Dude, am I crazy for saying I think the Raiders and the Saints will have the same record? I think they both win 8 games.
8-9.
I think they both go 8-9. I think they both go 8-9. Like, I think the Raiders are a little bit better than they were last year. I think the Saints are just aggressively average again.
Yeah.
Let's see. Brandon Jasper said, check my Venmo. The last Venmo transaction I have was Jake Rietma because he bought me some beers. Brandon, did you send it to Mitch? Did you send it to Mitch? If you did, no worries. It all goes to the same place. I send my Venmos. We have to report them to Mitch anyway, so I can just say, hey, that one was mine. We win 10 games when we get our OC. Yeah, it just depends on who the OC hires, Quinn Courtney. All right, enough messing around. Seeps, I'm sorry for letting this drag on too long. Let's get into the next segment. We got Maddie, stop texting me. Shut up. Let's get into the next segment. All right, I need to turn off your notifications. So if you're trying to expose me. All right, let's get into the next segment. I'm going to take a sip of water. Cut candidates. Huh? See that catch? You see that catch? I'm like Chris Olave or Rashid Shaheed over here. All right, let's dive into it. Cut candidates coming at you. What's going on, Saints fans? The New Orleans Saints are about $83.7 million over the cap, and that's per over the cap. So for today's video, I'm going to break down who could be a cap casualty. I got 5 surprise players that I think you guys may or may not like to see, and just a public service announcement. I feel like I got to cover my steps here real quick. This is a list of players who could save the Saints a lot of money, or they're just not a good fit. This doesn't mean, this is not me advocating and not me endorsing the Saints getting rid of these players. This is just me saying I think that this could make some sense. And with that, let's dive into it. I hope I don't end up getting flamed in the comment section. But we do have off-season coverage, and it's only ramping up from here on out. I encourage you to subscribe right now so you can lock us in and you don't miss a thing. Turn on your notifications as well and set them to all. That way you are notified anytime we have a post, a video, a short, or we go live, because we break down news, updates, draft coverage, free agency. We do live stuff. Do not miss out on it. It's only getting better. So cut candidate number 1, no surprise here, Peyton Turner. Here's the thing. He just hasn't worked out. He's also not an expensive player. I mean, at just $3.96 million at 2024, he has a cap savings at $2.37 million pre-June 1. It's the same if you cut him post-June 1. So, no, you're not going to save a ton of money here, but we flashed the production. Let's go back to it. Look at what he's done. In 2023, 2022, and 2021 combined, this guy has 29 tackles, 8 tackles for loss, 3 sacks, and 26 pressures. That's just 15 games. So if you saw that production from a defensive lineman, you would sit here and be like, wow, that's pretty good for a 3rd, 4th, 5th round pick. Here's the thing. Peyton Turner was a 1st round pick. That is absolutely unacceptable. That kind of production is horrendous. Do we have to go down memory lane and remember who the Saints drafted or who they passed on to take Peyton Turner? I don't want to have to revisit that. So he's a bust in my book. He can't stay healthy. The production isn't good, even when he's on the field. Man, it's nothing against the guy. It's a business. And at the end of the day, the Saints got to clear some money, and they got to get rid of dead weight. And I just think that Peyton Turner, unfortunately, is just that. Let's get into Marcus May, cut candidate number 2. His cap hit this season is $9.65 million. The cap savings, if you cut him before June 1st, is only $1.19 million. But if you designate him as a post-June 1 cut, he saves you $7.24 million. So why I think the Saints could move on from Marcus May? Well, feels like he got his replacement already. In the time that Marcus May was dealing with suspension and he wasn't healthy, Jordan Howden filled in really, really well. Better PFF coverage grade, better overall PFF grade, more pass breakups, more tackles, less interceptions, and Howden had a much larger sample size. He played much more snaps. He played at over 100 more snaps in total over Marcus May. So Howden is a great pick. I think that he could be a really nice piece to this Saints defense, and I think that he's doing a really good job allowing Tyrann Mathieu to be a leader and to help him develop and continue to grow as a safety in this league. So pick one of these two guys for me. If you had to just get one of them, type MM for Marcus May, type JH for Jordan Howden. For me, I'm going Jordan Howden all day. I think he is a great football player, and I think he's going to be a great guy that's rocking a fleur-de-lis on his helmet for quite a while. I also think a great deal is over at PrizePicks. So if you go to prizepicks.com/CLNS and you plug in promo code CLNS, you get a first deposit match up to $100. Now, all this information is in the comment section or description of this video, so if I'm just blabbering at you and you didn't really understand what I'm saying, just check it out, click the link, and find out for yourself. But it's daily fantasy sports made easy. You just pick 2 to 6 players, and you choose more or less based on their projected stats. So for the Super Bowl, they have this unbelievable deal, man. Patrick Mahomes, half a passing yard. Dude, Taylor Swift could pass for half a passing yard. I'd still take the more on that. Not really. But here's the thing. I'm slamming that. Isaiah Pacheco, dude's a bowling ball. He's going to find the end zone. He's an absolute gamer. I think he's going to find the end zone at least once. Brock Purdy, he is impressive in my book. I think he is a great quarterback, and I believe in him to throw for at least 248.5 yards. So I'm putting some money down, and I'm going to win some real-time money, and you can do the same if you go to prizepicks.com/CLNS. Plug in that promo code CLNS, get an $100 deposit match. All that information in the comment section description of this video because I love y'all. All right, here's where the people are going to start bringing out their pitchforks and coming at my neck, and here's the thing. I'm ready for it. Michael Thomas. He's expensive, man. $12.4 million cap hit. If you cut him pre-June 1, you actually lose about $8 million. And if you cut him after June 1, you only save $1.21 million. So it's like a really unfortunate thing, and that's per over the cap. That's what the money. That's how the things look or check out for there. So if you guys don't believe me, go look at Over the Cap's websites, look at his contract and how the things shake out. Man, what used to be such a good player, and this isn't me saying he stinks now. This isn't me saying I hate Michael Thomas. It's actually me saying the exact opposite. I love him. I think he's a great football player. Sure, there's been some drama and there's been some unfortunate things that have happened throughout his tenure here in New Orleans, but the production just, he can't stay on the field. It was all right when he did play this year. The connection between him and Derek Carr wasn't what either of them thought it was going to be. It wasn't what any fans or any coaches thought it was going to be. It was actually very, very underwhelming. And my thing on it is, guys, like, I feel like a lot of Saints fans, me included, I'm not here to say I'm bad. I'm at fault for this too. The 2019 season, I think a lot of us look back on that and are just like, man, he's still that guy. He's still that player. That season will never be forgotten. That season will go down in history as one of the best single-season receiver performances of all time. And Drew Brees was a huge, huge aspect of that. Michael Thomas, obviously a huge aspect of that. But it's time to turn the page, guys. It's time to stop trying to replicate 2019 where Michael Thomas was tearing it up and Drew Brees was throwing him the ball. You don't have a Drew Brees as a quarterback anymore. Michael Thomas, I don't think he's the same guy he used to be. And not to mention, he went off on social media. I mean, he flamed Derek Carr. He flamed the Saints organization. This isn't the first time this season alone that he's done this. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I put a video out about this, and I have actually linked in the comment section description of this video. So I encourage you to go check it out. This is the thumbnail for it. It feels like the damage is done, and they're at the point of no return, where even if they were able to mend some things, it just doesn't feel like he's coming back. And at the end of the day, I don't think it's the right move for the Saints. So be honest for me. What would you do with Michael Thomas? Would you try and keep him, or would you cut him? Just give me a K for keep, a C for cut. I know it's a hard conversation. I know it's not a popular idea for Saints fans, but we got to be honest and we got to be realistic. It's a business at the end of the day, and this is just part of, getting under the cap and figuring out the cap space. So next cut candidate, I don't like it either, but here's my thing. For any of the for any of these people or fans or people in the comment section or people on social media that are like, you can't trade away these guys, you can't cut these players, you can't lose these high-end, high-quality guys. Well, here's the thing. A lot of people are also saying, we got to tank, we got to blow it up, we got to reset, we got to just blow it all up and rebuild. This is what that entails. It's cutting players like Ryan Ramczyk, who are expensive but good players. It's the same thing. Ryan Ramczyk, $27 million. That's a big cap hit. If you cut him before June 1st, you lose a lot, $5 million. It's not what you want to do. But if you cut him post June 1, you save $17 million. So, again, I go back to, if you guys want to clear up money, if you guys want to clear up cap space, these are the things that have to happen. You have to look at players like Ryan Ramczyk, who is aging, who are injured, and who are expensive. And Ryan Ramczyk's a good player. 2023 at a 73.5 overall PFF grade, 67.3 run blocking grade, and a 73.6 pass blocking grade. I would rather try and trade a guy like Ramczyk, but I don't know if a team is going to offer you a ton of draft compensation for an injured and expensive guy like Ramczyk. Again, that's not me taking away from what he can do. That's just me saying I don't see that being the reality of this, excuse me. And the other thing is, this draft class is loaded in the trenches. Look at Mel Kiper's big board for the offensive line. These are the top 10 guys according to Mel Kiper in this year's draft class. Joe Alt would love that pick. That is a home run pick if the Saints can get him. Olu Fashanu, Talise Fuaga, J.C. Latham, all high-end guys that have a high upside. Amarius Mims, Tyler Guyton, Jordan Morgan, Kingsley Sumadia, and Patrick Paul, Blake Fisher as well. These are all guys that I could see the Saints targeting and possibly going and getting in the draft to replace an offensive lineman, or to add depth and to bring in cheap, young talent that is healthy and ready to go for the long term. All right. I understand it. I know you guys are going to see this and absolutely hate me. Just do not shoot the messenger on me. I just want to say that. Do not shoot the messenger. In 2024, Alvin Kamara, he's my fifth cap cut candidate. $18.76 million. That's a lot of money, guys. If you cut him before June 1, you don't save a lot, less than $2 million. But if you cut him after June 1, you name him a post-June 1 designation, save close to $12 million, $11.5 million about. And the stats for Kamara, this year it was a down year, man. It wasn't the same. His rushing production wasn't as good. His receiving production wasn't as good. It's just, I love Kamara. I think he still has some juice in the tank. I love the player, and I think that he is a great player. I want to make that explicitly clear. And in the live chat, I see a lot of people saying, no, Trace, you're an idiot. But here's the thing. You do have to understand the Saints have to make some tough decisions. They have to cut some money. They have to clear some money somewhere. And, of course, you can restructure contracts. You can move things around. But this is just me, again, saying you could save a lot of money by cutting him. I'm not advocating for cutting Alvin Kamara. I just think that it could make some sense, and you could have an argument for it in terms of the financials. Plus, not to mention, you have Kendre Miller, who, in a limited sample size, he was injured, he was hurt. I understand that, but he was good. He was really, really good. He was phenomenal against the Falcons in Week 18. And his stats, rushing and receiving, they're impressive, guys. I think that he could be the future of this Saints running back room, because, let's call it spade a spade here. Alvin Kamara is not going to be on the team for the next 20 years. That's just not going to happen. But Kendre Miller could be a good successor for Kamara. Again, I don't want the Saints to cut him. I just could see them justifying that kind of move to save that money. And $11.6 million is a lot of money. So you tell me, do you think that Kendre Miller at some point could take over as running back one? Just give me a Y for yes or an N for no, not yet. He's just not ready. I'm curious what you guys think. I personally believe he's not ready yet, but I could see him beginning or year 2 taking a massive step in being a guy who could eventually take over as running back one. All right. Here are my 5 cut candidates, and you can see down below, that's the total cap savings I have right here. So this may not be the popular move here, but I went with cutting Michael Thomas as a pre-June 1 designation. Just eat the $8 million because if you cut Alvin Kamara and designate him as a post-June 1, and you cut Ryan Ramczyk and designate him as a post-June 1, that's a lot of money in just these 2 guys you're saving. Then you also, these guys, pre-June 1 designations for a total of $24.2 million of the $83 million. That's a lot of cap space cleared up right there. So, again, a lot of other ways the Saints could go about this, but this is just the route that I thought could make some sense. Again, I'm not advocating for this, but I do think that moves like that this could make some sense for the Saints if they wanted to clear some cap space and try and gradually reset. As always, Saints fans, thanks for watching. Y'all stay golden. We'll see you next time. Had a hard time wrapping up that because I was like, my thoughts were just running a mile a minute. I couldn't stop it. No, they are. Like, that's the thing. Like, again, I understand people who don't watch a live show, they're not going to see this dialogue that we have together, producer Steves. But what they will say is, oh my God, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. He wants to cut Alvin Kamara. Like, no, I'm making that explicitly clear. I don't want to cut Alvin Kamara.
They might just have to.
But they might, exactly. I think that they should trade Kamara if they can.
Yeah.
Like, try and trade him. But we're not talking about trade candidates. We're talking about cut candidates.
And you can't just keep kicking the can down the road. Like, or else you're just it's gonna be the same
problem. Well, and the beautiful part about it is it's great for win now, but not for the long term. Because sure, the salary cap is increasing every year, but there's also like my train of thought of you can't just rely on old money continuing to do things. Like at some point you're going to be in a position where you are winning a lot of games, but you don't have money to go and make a splash free agency signing or a splash trade at the trade deadline to get you to the Super Bowl.
Players are getting older.
Like it's just how it works. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Like I do appreciate y'all saying like I get what you're saying with Kamara. Like you don't want him cut either. I appreciate y'all having my back on that. But Nico, I love you, brother. What's going on, man? Sorry, family. Heavy workload. Nico, never apologize for working your ass off and being a grinder, my man. You got mouths to feed. You got a baby girl and a beautiful fiance that you got to put some food on the table for. So don't you ever apologize for working your ass off, my friend.
Sweet hat, too.
Do what?
He's got a sweet hat in the profile pic.
Yeah, dude, his hat. Nico, okay, so here's the thing. Nico, him and I, we DM each other on Instagram and Twitter every once in a while. He's always sending pictures of just fresh fits that he's rocking. Oh, yeah. Bro, Nico has drip like I've never seen. Nico's like the definition of a real one. Brandon Jasper, $2 super chat. I sent Mitch $20. Do you accept the bet? Deal.
Saints or Raiders, better record.
I accept the bet. What's the loser have to do? I accepted the bet without knowing what the loser has to do.
$20.
$20. Okay, so if I lose, I Venmo Mitch I'll Venmo Mitch 20 and then you get that, and if I win, then I get the 20.
Yeah.
Feel like it's fair. $20 bet, easy money. It's easy. Brandon, I accept your bet, my friend. I accept your bet. All right, we're going to do a mailbag rounding out today's show. We've been live here for about an hour, so we want to take your questions, see what you guys have to say, share some hot takes as well. We are at $56 in super chats. I'll tell you what, if we get to $100, I'm not really trying to drink as much right now. I'm trying to kind of lose some weight and be a little bit healthier, but here's the thing. I love my Saints fans. So if we get to $100, I will do a beer bong. It'll be a shotgun. I'll do a beer shotgun. We'll get that rolling. Yeah, I do it for you guys. I'll do it for y'all. But Seeps, how are we looking on questions? Do we need some more? Could use some more. Guys, if you have a hot take, if you have a question, if you have a draft target, a free agent target, a cut candidate, whatever you want, let me know. Use hashtag Saints, better yet, super chat. We'll get you on the show. We can't do the mailbag if we don't have questions. Like, let me just put it like that. Can't do a mailbag with no questions. Huh?
Straight up.
Just straight up. We can't do it. We just can't do it. Like, that's just how that works. It's just how that works. Queen Courtney. Get the queen emojis in the chat. Get the queen emojis in the chat. Andrew, copy and paste that question, but put hashtag Saints in it. Because I like that question. I have some thoughts there. I definitely want to dive into that question, Andrew. Jim, don't worry about being late, brother. It is all good, my friend. AK-41 has been a beast, but he's getting old by NFL standards. We'd love to keep him, but with the many needs that we have, ask and you shall receive, cause Nico Canada, $50 super chat. Love to see it, brother. Do you think it's time to move on from the GM? I don't like this question. Shut up, Siri. I'm going to give him one more year. I'm going to give him this offseason. This is his last chance. If he can nail this offseason, he buys some extra time. If he just bombs this offseason, I think you got to send Mickey packing. Got to send him back to the house of mouse. Nico, you're a legend, man. We'll do a beer, or I'll do my beer shotgun after, because I don't want to be slurring when I'm answering questions. So, Nico, appreciate you, brother. Seeps, if we get to 200, would you be down to do a little race or something?
Yeah, we could race.
We do a little beer bong race. Oh my gosh, we should pull out the shot funds. We haven't done those in a long time. We could pull out the shot funds. If we get to $200, we're at 115. We get to $200. Seeps and I are going to pull out these drinking apparatuses. Literally, it's like a shot fund. You cock it, giggity, and then you pull the trigger and you drink. It's sick. It is so dope. So if we get to 200, we'll do that. But again, you on the show, hashtag Saints super chat like Nico Canada did. Sarah Christmas is back. Love to see it. Sarah, the Falcons fan, I hope you're having a wonderful offseason. I hope you are having a great day as well. Do you like your head coaching hires? You like your head coaching hires? I like it. I personally don't love the Raheem Morris, but I like the Zach Robinson hire. I love the Zach Robinson hire. I'm very jealous there. All right, Brandon Jasper, loser has to write the record and you're on the $20. Okay, deal. You got it, Brandon. That's what we'll be doing. All right. Are we any better on questions? I think I saw like one come in.
Yeah,
we'll be fine. Okay. If we lose out on the good young OCs, I say roll with Gruden. You'll get the best from Carr, and he would utilize Shaheed and Tarn better than a lot of it fits anywhere. Kalen, it's a good point. We'll talk about that one for sure. All right, Seeps, how are we looking? We good?
Yeah, we're good.
Cool, let's do this. All right. Mailbag time. Time to answer your questions. Y'all got questions. I got answers, and I got some reactions, so let us talk about it. What's going on, Saints fans? Today's show is a mailbag where we're taking questions from our YouTube live comment section. We're live every Wednesday at 4 p.m. all throughout the offseason, so I encourage you to join us there. But if you want more coverage in between these videos or outside of YouTube, I encourage you to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. It's at TraceGirouard48 on all three platforms. The links to those accounts are going to be high in the comment section and high in the description of the video. So I encourage you guys to go give me a follow for more Saints content. I post jersey swaps. I post memes. I post a lot of funny videos, highlights, all sorts of awesome content, and it's all interactive. And I'm also not one of those guys who's too cool to not respond. So if you tweet me, if you hit me up, I'm always going to reply to you, and I'm always going to chop it up with you guys. So help get me to 2K on Instagram, and let's get to 1,000 on TikTok ASAP. First question in coming from Robert. Have you seen the A.J. Brown trade rumors? Could the Saints be buyers? Yeah, I have seen the A.J. Brown trade stuff. Let me look up. This is bad television right now, but I'm going to look up his contract. I like the player. Let me just say this. I like the player. he early in the season was getting comps to be the next Megatron. I think that it would be a really interesting idea for the Saints to go and get him. I do like the idea of A.J. Brown helping out this offense. He's a big-bodied guy. He has great production every year. He is stellar. Quite frankly, the Titans were moronic for letting him go. And in terms of the Eagles cap hit, if they were to trade him, they would only have to pay $1.875 million. And producer Seeps, if I have this wrong, please correct me. But in the dead money, it's $10.553 million. So that means the Saints would pay that amount. Is that correct? Okay, I want to make sure I have that right. So the Saints would pay about $10.5 million for Brown. Eagles will only lose $1.9-ish million. So it could actually be financially possible. Here's the thing. I would love the trade. Now that I can see that's financially actually somewhat reasonable, might actually have to talk about this one. So let me know. Would you trade for A.J. Brown? And just give me a T for trade or a P for pass. And if you like the idea and you want me to make a whole video about it, I will 100% do that. But I need you guys to get loud with the T's. And if you want nothing to do with A.J. Brown, just give me a P for pass in the comment section below. And guys, I just want to brag a little bit. Humble time to brag just for a second. We had a hell of a season here at Saints Now by Chat Sports. This season alone, just in the football games, we picked up almost 10,000 subscribers. So clap it up if you joined us during our watch parties, if you subscribed during the regular season. Our current sub count, though, it's a nice even 25,700 subs. My boss has said if we don't get to 30,000 subs by the end of the offseason, though, might have to can the channel. So I need your help. We had a hell of a regular season, so let's have a hell of an offseason. Subscribe right now and lock us in for more Saints coverage. All right, Queen Courtney coming in with the brand new profile picture as well. What are your thoughts about Pete joining Sean Payton and who the Falcons hired? I'm not surprised. I'm not at all surprised that Pete Carmichael is headed to Denver. That's really all I had to say about that. Could have seen that one coming from a mile away. In terms of who the Falcons hired, I had a video on Twitter and on TikTok go a little bit miniature viral, I could say. Me laughing at the Raheem Morris hire. I actually don't think it's the worst hire they could have made. I don't hate the hire. I don't love it though. I don't think it's a great hire, but I don't think it's a terrible hire. But I think the Zach Robinson hire was great. I'm really jealous that they got Zach Robinson. Kind of makes me worried. And also, it feels like the Falcons are kind of on the up, Saints are kind of on the down. If any Falcons fans find this, I am going to be flamed on Twitter. So, Doral, who knows? Hashtag fire Dennis Allen, hashtag Saints. Man, we're not going to be able to have this conversation until next offseason or until next regular season, to be honest. Saints are running it back with Dennis Allen. I will put this out there, in case you didn't know. Ben Johnson, he's sticking around with the Lions. Who wants Ben Johnson? I wouldn't hate that. Could be an option. But, let me get to the next question. Jason Hample, if we get an offensive coordinator, do you think that it should be a college coach instead of go and hire an OC from the NFL? It really doesn't matter unless we get a franchise quarterback. I think you kind of answered your own question. I don't think it really matters until we get a quarterback. I personally would rather go NFL. NFL is a different speed, it's a different animal, it's a different beast than college football. They are not the same. Two completely different games. It's the same sport, but two very, very different levels. So I would rather go with a guy who has some NFL experience, who knows the speed, who knows what the NFL looks like. Obviously, if there was a John Harbaugh-like type guy that is like a surefire hire that could make a huge impact day one, sure, go get him. But I don't see that being the case with any of these college coaches, really. I would rather just go with an NFL guy. Go Saints! Love the profile picture, Brody. I just said it. Ben Johnson is staying in Detroit. The Saints should go and hire him in 2025 to replace Dennis Allen. So go Saints. This is actually really funny. I think my girlfriend is still, Maddie is still watching the live show. But she did make this awesome edit of a jersey swap, if you will, for Ben Johnson in a Saints gear. I think it looks pretty good. Let me just put it this way. If the Saints screw things up horrendously and they are not able to retain the coaching staff and they fire Dennis Allen, That's all I'm saying. He's there. I'm just saying. I would love it. You know what I'd also love? Ben Johnson in a Saints hat and shirt. And I'd also love you in a Saints hat and shirt. And if you go to chatsports.com/Saints combo, we have this awesome t-shirt and hat combo for 30% off just for Saints fans. So use the link down below. It's through Fanatics, so you guys know it's coming from a good place. It's just a way for Fanatics to know that we sent you. So use our link, support the show, support me and what we do here in our efforts at Chat Sports. But also get your friend, get your brother, your sister, your boyfriend, anybody, this awesome hat t-shirt combo with our link. It's in the comment section description of this video. Getting back to the super chats and questions from our live show, Nico Canada, do you think it's time to move on from GM? So it's just like I don't have an answer, but I'm going to give you one. I'm going to say it might not be the popular one. I'm going to give him one more offseason because it's not like everything he's done over the last few offseasons. I know there's like recency bias of some bad draft picks, some bad moves, some bad hire, whatever. But there's also been some good stuff that's happened. There's also been some good things that have happened. Tyrann Mathieu homecoming. Jimmy Graham return. You may or may not, you may hate the quarterback, but you signed a NFL veteran who knows how to play the game. Like you landed a big name in free agency last year. The Saints were successful. They had some good draft picks. Brian Brzee was a good draft pick. Some great UDFAs. And again, that's not all Mickey Loomis, but he kind of oversees the whole operation. So I think I'd give him one more offseason. If he absolutely craps the bed, see ya, Mickey. Got to go back to the house of mouse. But I'm going to give him one more offseason. I know it may not be the popular move, but he's the longest tenured NFL GM for a reason, and I think that he deserves at least one more year. Andrew, could moving Trevor Penning to right tackle help his career? So one of the things with Penning, I think that he'd actually be better off moving to guard. He's scrappy. He is aggressive, and I just don't know if he's quick enough and he has long enough arms to really play against guys who are setting the edge or trying to set the edge on him. I don't know if he has the skills to take or to beat very talented and fast edge rushers like a Nick or a Joey Bosa or a great player in TJ Watt or somebody of that echelon. Like, I just don't think that he's that good at a tackle. I think that he'd be better off moving interior to the guard position. But right tackle, I think, could actually be beneficial as well, more than left tackle. I would rather him be over there. Kalen, if we lose out on the good young offensive coordinators, I say roll with Gruden. You will get the best from Derek Carr, and he would utilize Shaheed and the Saints tight ends better, and Olave fits anywhere. So, like, I mean, I get what you're saying. I do think that Gruden would utilize the tools better than Carmichael did, but I'm also not sold that Gruden's the best option for the Saints offensive coordinator position. I think that you could go and get a guy like Brian Greasy, Klint Kubiak, or Greg Lewis. Those are three guys external that I would like, but you also have Ronald Curry, who I think would be a good option. He coached in the he called plays in the preseason this past year, beat the Chiefs, who are now in the Super Bowl. I get it, it's backups, but starters on both sides played at least a drive. He had a really good outing as the preseason play caller. I thought it was pretty good. So I wouldn't hate that option as well. I just don't want Gruden, man. Like, I don't want it's just a bad look. Everyone, the Saints will be the laughingstock of the NFL. Like, I just think it's just not worth it. The juice ain't worth the squeeze. He's old. He's stubborn. I don't think that he's going to be I think that he's been removed from the league for a while. Like, I don't think that that's going to translate to coming back into the NFL, which is a much different beast than it was when he was in his prime. That's just my thoughts. But I can see why people like Gruden as well. I personally would rather go a different route. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in to today's mailbag. Again, we're trying to reach 30,000 subs before the end of the offseason, but we got to get to 26K first. We're 300 away. How many people can we cut that number down by in this video? Y'all stay golden. I hope you guys enjoyed your weekend. We'll see you tomorrow with more Saints coverage. All right, Nico. Got to get a shotgun going for you. One more reminder: if we do, bring me a Happy Dad and just bring my backpack in here. I have keys in the side pocket. I just don't know where they are. I'll do a shotgun. Nico, you earned a shotgun. Again, we are at $119, $118 technically. So if we can get to 200, Seeps and I are going to do a shotgun race. If you guys want to see that, if you guys want to get a little weird on a Wednesday. And also, reminder, $20, I'm going to drop down to do 20 push-ups. Can you guys help me get in shape for my girl? Nico, I did realize that I do owe you 20 push-ups. So I got to knock them out. Let's knock these ones out, Nico. Oh, Brett's doing it with us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Shout out boss man Brett for doing them with me. If you don't believe I did them, look how red my face is. I know, my face gets so red. It's so weird. All right, we also owe a shotgun.
You had to earn the HD.
I had to earn, well, here's the thing. I had to get a little unhydrated because Happy Dads have electrolytes. So this is like I'm playing the game, replenishing my electrolytes. Dude, don't ask me how, but somehow I got a cramp in the side of my leg doing push-ups. Really? Is that how out of shape I am?
I don't know.
Is that how out of shape I am?
You're extending it a little?
Yeah, like I don't know what it is, but I might be that out of shape, bro. That's just unfortunate. Mikey, Trace, I had a hashtag Saints question. Did you not see it? I'm not producing right now, Mikey. You know I'm always going to pop your question up, but producer Seeps, he has your question right here, so let's talk about it real quick, Mike. So Super Bowl 59 is in New Orleans. I don't think so, unfortunately. I would love to have a Saints Super Bowl in New Orleans. Could you imagine that, Seeps?
Home Super Bowl.
Dude, I think the state of Louisiana would flood. Yeah. I think the state of Louisiana would flood with the amount of, 1, people that are there, 2, the amount of booze that gets consumed.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
And 3, just the party that would ensue with that. It would just be insane. Jim Hanlon, knee push-ups don't count. You saw how red my face was, Jim. It was more red than this background of this graphic. All right, got to get a shotgun in.
Appreciate everybody.
Push-ups and shotguns, definitely an interesting mix. We are $80 away from
a
little shotgun race. If you guys want to get a little weird on a Wednesday. And every $20, help me impress my girlfriend and make me do 20 push-ups. And that is just this week. Next week, we're going to have a totally new and totally fresh surprise super chat item every week. It's going to be $20 for Trizzy, and it's going to be something new. We're going to have a little fun off-season, a little thing that we're doing. Yep, I just put my keys in my mouth. Get over it. Quinn Courtney sent in a $5 super chat. Just for fun, what about Peyton or Eli Manning as coordinators? I'll take Peyton over Eli. What do you think? Peyton or Eli as an offensive coordinator? I'd take Peyton.
Yeah, I'd probably take Peyton.
I'd take Peyton. That would be kind of fun. Also, hot take if you did that. Okay, hear me out. Hear me out here, Seeps.
Let's do it.
This is what the next 3 years of this team could look like.
Okay.
We tank, we suck, we're bad, whatever. Dennis Allen's gone. But then we have to move on with Derek Carr's contract, whatever. But here's what we do. We bring in Drew Brees, quarterback coach, Peyton Manning, offensive coordinator, and you draft Arch Manning.
It's just all Mannings. I kind of like that. Arch Manning would also look good in the...
Archie Manning looked good in the Saints uniform. Arch Manning would look really good too.
Yeah.
He's from Louisiana too. He went to high school in, what was that high school? I don't remember the name of it, but he went to high school in New Orleans or Louisiana somewhere. My knowledge of Louisiana high school football is not where it should be, I guess. But Nico, this one's for you for the 50. If we get $75 more, we're doing a shotgun race. So grip it, rip it, tip it, sip it, baby.
Rip it. Shout out to everybody supporting the show today. We appreciate you.
Excuse me. If I burped in your ear, I apologize. I hope your AirPods were turned all the way up. All right. We're going to put a little 2-minute shot clock on. He went to Newman High School. That's what it was. 2-minute shot clock. If we get any super chats in the next 2 minutes, we'll stay live. If not, we're going to sign off, get on out of here. And reset.
Push, bro.
Oh, Nico, you son of a gun. All right, Nico, I'm going to drop down and do another 20. Hold on. I want to see if there's a... Oh, this one's not plugged in. Damn. Okay, never mind. I was going to see if there was a way I could move this and try and angle the camera down where you could see me doing them. I have another burp. I don't have another burp. I lied. All right. Nico, thank you for making me get better. And also, I'm sure my girlfriend will be thanking you as well, Nico. So let's knock these out.
Appreciate you, man.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Dude, I can't get over how red my face gets when I get back on here. All right. Cass saying, bro, do we draft a wide receiver or go after one in free agency when Mike Thomas leaves? I think you draft one. I'd rather draft one. This wide receiver free agency class is talented. It's just expensive.
It's a lot of names.
It's a lot of talent, but it's expensive talent. Dude, could you imagine? This is not me saying I want this to happen. Could you imagine if Saints signed Mike Evans, dude?
Oh, my God. Him and Lattimore wouldn't be able to...
Dude, they wouldn't be able to play. They would legit not be able to play a game. They would come off the field after like a drive, and they would just naturally start fighting each other. Like, it's just how it would go.
Would be hilarious.
All right, we're 55 away from a shot fun race. 2-minute super chat shot clock going once again. If we get any super chats in the next 2 minutes, we stay live. If not, we sign on out of here or we sign off and hop on out of here. I can't say that today. Great Courtney, I'm a big wine girl. Drinks beer, nasty Miller Lights, LOL. That's like my girlfriend and I. She loves Dos Equis, but she loves wine, champagne, and tequila, which is a dangerous trio to be dating. Great Courtney! Oh, God, dude. I'm already getting sore. I'm already getting sore, dude. All right.
Ripping 60.
We are 35 now away from getting to a beer shot fun race. Gonna knock out another 20. Quinn Courtney, Ken Fox saying Miller Lite's okay. Miller Lite's all right. Did this come unplugged, by the way? Hold on. My screen, like my laptop, my extra monitor in the middle of the last cut just like bugged out and like wouldn't pull up the stuff I needed. Did it come unplugged? It did, didn't it? Yep, it came unplugged. There you go. That should fix it. Boom. All right, we're back in business. All right, let's do some push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. This is like real sweat. This is not like a... Good Lord. Good Lord. I'm out of breath. I'm tired. I'm out of shape. Actually, I'm round, which is a shape. It is a shape. No corners, no sides, but it is a shape. All right, so Maddie's been trying to expose me, so I'm going to slightly expose her. She said, "You're working on strength now, but we got to do some cardio later. Just kidding, she didn't say that. Or maybe she did. Seeps, look at this. Look at this. Another 20, son of a bitch. All right, here we go. Last one. She's smooth with it. She's smooth with it. I'll give her credit. Nico, I'm an IPA guy. Nico, dude, maybe I'm not. Here, after this, here we go. If we're gonna be doing push-ups today, we're doing push-ups. I'm getting ready. I got the workout shirt on already. I mean, look at these pecs. That's all man right there, baby. All right. Abita Amber is good too. But I have to do 40 push-ups. That's not good. And we're at 205. Yeah. So, Seeps, I'm going to knock out 40. While I do that, you want to go and grab 2 shot funds? I like them. I like the shot funds, how you load them. I haven't loaded one in a while. Could you just help a brother out? Thanks, buddy. All right. 40 push-ups coming in. Let's see how many we've done so far. 20, 40, 60, 80. We're at 80 push-ups on the day. Good God. All right. Let's do another 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Oh, God. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Oh, my goodness. 23, 24, 25. Goodness gracious. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. This wire's getting in the way. Sorry, y'all. This wire's getting all over the place. 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40. Huh? Oh, there's only one? All right. Grab the freedom funnel. I'll do the freedom funnel. You can do that. Dude. You ever heard a husky guy breathe really loud? Because this is what you're getting. This is what you guys subscribed for. I hope you know. This on top of fire content every single day. Ty Man, I'm heading out. See you later, Trizzy, Seeps. See you tomorrow. Bye, Ty Man. Ty Man's headed out. Awesome. I got my freedom funnel. Seeps has a shot fun. We need a push-up cam. We do. Jim, we'll have a push-up cam next live show. This studio is not set up to have a push-up cam, unfortunately. So I'm gonna put this fan right here because I'm still sweaty and I'm still hot. I'll have a deal with you guys next week. What do we think, like crunches, like sit-ups or something? Do some abs next week, or we could do some back. I could bring in some dumbbells and do a little of these, do like a full workout throughout the summer. All right, who you got? Seeps or Trizzy? Type S for Seeps, type T for Trizzy. Catch my breath. All right, you ready? Go. Let's go. I know yours was cold, dude. It looked cold. Holy cow. All right. Oh my God, next week do burpees. We could have a burpee cam next week. We could do burpees. We're only going to do 10 burpees. No, we're not doing 20 burpees. Burpees are my least favorite thing in the world. Ken says, thanks, Trace. Now my girlfriend's mad at me. That's hilarious. Maddie, don't encourage them. Don't encourage them to make me do burpees because I might have to do it. All right, 60-second shot clock. We're at $205. 300, you want to run it back, Seeps? If we can make it there. If not, all good. Go. You got 60 seconds. We're only doing 1 minute this time because it's 5:30. Goodness. Which means it's 5 o'clock somewhere, and that somewhere's right here. That somewhere's right here. Andrew, triangle push-ups. Yeah, for every 20, I'll do 2 triangle push-ups. I am not that strong. I have lost a little weight. I feel looking svelte, looking good. Lost a few pounds. This shirt doesn't do me any favors, but I mean, that's all man right there. Look at that. Look at that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Squat thrust burpees. Queen Courtney. Maddie, what do you think about Queen Courtney's idea of squat thrust burpees next week? I'll look him up. I'll look him up after the show. All right. 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. We are hopping on out of here unless, of course, something random crazy happens and we get a super chat in the next 10 seconds or so. But, guys, it's been fun. I have a video to push out after this. Going to put out the OC update video as well as schedule the cut candidates video to go out this weekend. So I love all of you. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. It's been real. It's been fun. I'm tired and I need some icy hot. So see you later, Saints fans. Y'all stay golden. See you next time.